The only other adversary of ours who's anywhere near as good as the Russians is China. So why should Russia have all the fun? And since Russia is clearly backing Republicans, why don't we ask China to back us?
I hereby tonight ask China.
That's right. And not
Well, since I'm doing this video on a special somebody, it's important to note that I would never, under any circumstances, ever commit suicide. So the original video I just showed you of Hillary Clinton talking to Rachel Maddow was from May 2019. That was before Hillary Clinton and the DNC were fined by the FEC for not disclosing campaign donations. Those campaign donations went to a former British spy in 2016 during the election cycle. So the official story is that it was just a mislabeling where they mislabeled it legal fees instead of opposition research. Opposition research is allowed in an election, but you're supposed to disclose this information, and trust me, somebody with the political background of Hillary Clinton and the DNC would know this, so what are they hiding? I don't know, maybe the fact that they funneled money to a foreign spy? The same spy that created the Steele dossier that the news talked about for years while Donald Trump was in office? The Washington Free Beacon decides to hire Fusion GPS in order to investigate Donald Trump. This was on the Republican side. A lot of neoconservatives were involved. So then the Clinton campaign and the DNC take over funding via Perks and Coy, which is a law firm. They then funnel the money through Fusion GPS, which end up paying Christopher Steele. The official story now is that the Steele dossier was not used to investigate Trump in the Robert Mueller report, and that it was actually something that came from an Australian diplomat. This was all going on whenever Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump were battling it out. So in July 2016, WikiLeaks decides to release over 19,000 emails, and immediately the DNC starts scrubbing all their emails. And then what a coincidence, a week later the FBI opens up Crossfire Hurricane because of the Australian tip. That means they wasted tens of millions of taxpayer dollars based off of foreign tips from a foreign Australian and a foreign British spy. Former British spy. Sorry, it had nothing to do with the Steele dossier. It was only the tip that a random Australian diplomat received. Those tens of thousands of articles and news reports, yeah, that had nothing to do with it. So then another coincidence happens 2 months before the election in mid-September 2016, and that is when the Steele dossier officially reaches the FBI. There's an estimated 15,000 to 40,000 reports on the Steele dossier that Hillary Clinton and the DNC funded through campaign donations. They spent years of resources investigating Donald Trump for Russia collusion based on things like the Steele dossier. Tens of millions of taxpayer dollars were wasted investigating Donald Trump for Russia collusion. I mean, you saw the video. That is Hillary Clinton and Rachel Maddow saying that China should interfere in our elections in 2020. Don't take me out for this video, Hillary. What kind of fun would that be?